Yeah, I mean, listen, it was their defense as much as anything. I mean, they held Arizona, and Tommy Lloyd is known as an offensive, I don't know if genius is the right word, but a hell of an offensive coach to 55 points. And they've got some weapons. Jaden Bradley was great out of the gates for Arizona, but and KJ Lewis was good. But I've always said this, guys, as Caleb Love, if Caleb Love is on the team, as Caleb Love goes, Arizona goes. And Caleb Love, again, I know I've been hard on him at times, but he was 3 for 13 tonight, 1 for 9 from 3, and he was kind of invisible for the first, I don't know, 25, 28 minutes of the game. He didn't look like typical Caleb. Carolina Caleb is what I call him, right? Carolina Caleb is the one that's going to either shoot you to a win or shoot you out of a game. He wasn't even Carolina Caleb. He was just like out there
Bad.
Caleb. And he didn't look like himself. He didn't. And Tyrese Proctor was great early. Okay. You look at his stat line and you're going to be like, whatever. He had 8 points, 3 for 11. But Tyrese Proctor was really good defensively, set a tone, and he made some shots early, moved the ball, was assertive. When it mattered, and again, they had to establish themselves early. Duke did, especially in the defensive end. I thought Proctor was great, and Cooper Flagg's always good defensively, guys. He missed a lot of bunnies early in the game, but, like, he does everything, so it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't care if he goes 2 for 9 or whatever he started, 2 for 7 from the field. Like, the dude just makes everybody better, and he doesn't force them. Again, he just kind of, he missed some shots that he probably will make and normally makes, and Caleb Foster was good in the second half. I mean, Con Knippel was good in the second half when it mattered. They're just really good. And to win at McHale, I went to school at Arizona, guys, and McHale's one of the more difficult places to play in the country. I don't know if you ever played there, Jarrell, but really tough place to play. Yeah, really tough.
Yeah, and I think you hit it on the head, though. I mean, I felt like just right away that Arizona just really wasn't that engaged into the game, and for whatever reason, Caleb Love came out initially super passive, and like you said, Duke kind of just set the tone with that. But it was make no mistake about it, this was a slugfest for the better part of the game. Neither team really shot it great. There weren't a ton of guys who had big nights. Bradley was good, Flagg was good. And outside of that, I think, KJ Lewis kind of got it going a little bit, but for the most part, everybody else was just, it was a defensive battle, it was a defensive game, and you got to get Duke credit because I'm not sure going into the year with the mix of the guys that they had returning and the young guys that they had coming in that you would say that they were going to win these type of games. But an impressive win because it was gritty win. It was an ugly win. And sometimes you're going to have to do that. But, I think the cherry on top of all that is that, it was a true road game. And like you said, Jeff, it's always hard to win on the road, especially in hostile environments like that against high level teams like Arizona. So hats off to Duke. That's a major bounce back for them. And we kind of got to keep our eye on Arizona moving forward, man, because they didn't look great again. And I think this is the second game, where they kind of
have no low post presence like Krivas.
Yeah,
they don't throw it into them. Not that Balo was a guy that you could throw it into that much either, but like I don't know, they're just missing something.
You had to account for them, though. You had to account for them.
Right? Yeah. Krivas doesn't scare anybody, and Bradley's been terrific. But I feel like unless you're Pella Larson was a guy that was super important to them because he was like a connector. He was a guy that didn't need the ball in his hands necessarily. He moved well without the ball. He defended. He was just that versatile dude that you didn't worry about. Now, KJ Lewis has some of that too. But I think this group is still trying to kind of figure themselves out, and Tommy Lloyd's trying to figure them out too. But I don't know. And their transfers, guys, didn't give him anything tonight. Trey Townsend from Oakland, who was awesome last year, all year, and in the NCAA tournament, he didn't do anything. And the kid Del Orso from Campbell, didn't give him anything either. And the freshman Carter Bryant was just okay. So if Caleb Love doesn't show up, I just don't know where they're going to get their points from against good teams. This is no longer, guys, they don't go through the Pac-12 anymore. This is not the
Yep.
Pac-12, the crappy Pac-12 that it's been lately. They are now in the Big 12. It is not going to be easy every night for them.
No, it's not. I just don't understand. Caleb Love was awful. Like, you look at this game, Cooper Flagg, the stars for Duke, they played great. They showed up on the road. They played defense. I would think Caleb Love would really want to play well against Duke. I mean, he was at Carolina. He knows the rivalry. Like, you would think this game, Goodman mattered to him, and he was non-existent.
Yeah, and I remember being there last year at Duke. This is the back end of the home and home, and Caleb was really good. I remember going up to him after the game last year and saying, "Man, like, your defense has gotten a lot better," and apologizing to him because I don't know. I felt like I was probably too harsh on him, the year before. And I said that. I said, listen, I'm sorry if maybe you thought it was personal. It's not. I just have higher expectations for you. And I do. Like, we've seen the best of Caleb. And that's the problem. That's where I get frustrated. I think a lot of people get frustrated with Caleb Love because the best of Caleb is like virtually unstoppable. But like my biggest thing is I hate the step back threes. I would much rather him go to the basket. And he did it, I think, late in the first half. He hadn't done a whole lot, and he got to the basket easy. And if he can do that and get out in transition and run, that was one area that Duke did a great job on tonight, to be honest. They did not let Arizona in the first half. Early in the second half, Arizona got out a little bit, but in the first half, they gave him nothing in transition.
Yep, and nine of his 13 shots tonight were threes. So he was 1 for 9 from the three, and 3 for 13 from the floor. It's just like, with a guy like that, you're too good and you're too experienced to know, like, after number 5 doesn't fall, it's like, all right, time to put my head down and go at least let's go search out, get some fouls and try to, draw 2 and get some of these other guys some easy open looks or some drop-offs around the basket, so, but like you said,
2 free throws.
As he goes, they're going to go. Yeah. Why not?
Come on.
Why not? You need those as run breakers too, man. So